do a fresh install. I will clone the install for the number of times I need for the number of tile sets that we end up having and all that jazz, and it'll be good. It'll be good. I'll also just like give them out, so if like, you know, the people who made them have the rights to do what they want with them, but I'll just make a meme tile set pack and just post it somewhere so people can have them. I mean, it's kind of awesome. Stonefall traps are quite strong. Not if the enemy knows how to dodge. Oh, wow. That's a lot of blood. I'm looking at your screenshot there. That is quite a lot of blood. Versus human-like races and smaller, they can kill in one hit. Sure, but they have to hit them, though. I don't know. I completely disagree. Stonefall traps are terrible. They're really good if you're trying to make things dodge into other things, but by themselves, they're pretty awful, actually. But you know, it's my opinion. But yeah, no, I hope people like the Future of the Fortress video I put up this morning, because my God, it took forever. All right, so Last Dwarf is heading out to go demand tribute from Fight Tomb. They won't be back for a while because they're running all the way across the entire world. So I think we're still in kind of break time for these dwarves, because frankly, they've earned it. I need to connect you to that bridge. I got a dwarf making dresses. But yeah, I think we'll do, like, look at the clock, it's 20 to 5. So I think we'll do this until like 7:30 my time, and then we will play Unexplored 2. That's the plan for the evening. But thank you very much, everybody, for sticking around. You know, I know it's late for some of you. I know some people are going to bed, but my goal today is to stream until my birthday. So, or until it's my birthday in my time zone. Your death box. You're gonna have to elaborate on that statement a little bit. What's a death box? Wait, you mean you're killed like the like trap room? Because I don't like I don't really know what a death box is. But also, after like looking at the what's it called? Fortress report for Bay 12, I think it's time to up my pledge on Patreon. I think it's time to do that. Cause sheesh, they're below 10 grand this past month. That's not sustainable. Not for 2 people. Not in the current year. Even captured some prisoners for target practice? Fuck yeah. You're starting your first work from home day this month? Oh, really? Seems like an odd time to start. Did you, like, change jobs recently or something, or? What you're supposed to be doing? Well, just don't get yourself in trouble, yeah? Be productive at work from home. Don't just, like, you know, don't just watch me. But thanks for tuning in regardless. Right, I think what I'm going to do, maybe not all the way around the edges. Let's get rid of all these and all of these. How's it going? Well, it's my birthday tomorrow, and tomorrow we're going to be doing a big charity stream for my birthday. So that's going. But aside from that, today's been pretty good. No complaints, Beefcake. Got to go to a show on Tuesday, and then my insomnia got really bad, and I didn't sleep after it at all. Not because of, like, excitement or anything. It's just I've been trying to wean myself off of cannabis for a little bit, because if I have too much weed in a short period of time, not in a short period of time, but if I get too dependent on it, I start having issues and annoying side effects, so it's sort of like you wean yourself off of caffeine every now and again when caffeine stops having effect on you instead of just drinking more coffee. I mean, drinking more coffee is always a valid option, but, like, there's points where it's like, I should probably drink a little bit less coffee for a couple of weeks, and I'm kind of in one of those points where I'm like, I should probably avoid my vape for a little bit. So I'm in one of those points right now where I'm just avoiding my vape probably for another week or so. And the first, like, 2 weeks when I stop taking cannabis, because I use it primarily for, like, sleep and, like, killing my anxiety, I get really bad insomnia when I stop taking it. That's, like, the only side effect that I have. So for the next little bit, for at least, I slept fine last night, but the night before I didn't sleep at all, so aside from that, I'm doing good. I read that as everything is meditation. I was like, how is weed meditation? But yes, everything in moderation. No, totally. So, I mean, it is a very helpful substance that helps me with a lot of problems, but it's not perfect. It's good to be self-aware with drugs. Yep. Although, I've never actually managed to wean myself off of caffeine. I've managed to, like, slowly lower my caffeine dose, but I've never managed to completely, like, drop caffeine for a week. Whereas, like, weed, I can drop it for a week and I just sleep like shit for a few days. So, aside from some bad insomnia, I'm doing pretty good. You wish you could open Legends while in Fortress mode? I don't wish I could open Legends while in Fortress mode, but I do wish that certain things allowed me to open up parts of Legends. Like, if a dwarf told a story, I wish I could go look up who that person they were telling the story about was, because I have that name in specific. Or it's just like, if a dwarf makes a statue of, like, oh, this person from this and this and this year was elected to this position of this faction on this day, I'd like to know who they were, what year they were born, and, like, basic information about them without, like, opening up all of Legends, if that makes any sense. So, like, I wish I had, like, mini Legends. What did Sethatos do? Oh, I was checking in game. You tested positive for COVID this afternoon. Yikes. May have to cancel your work trip next week? Shit, dude. When you said, oh no, it's Sethatos, I was worried that the dwarf was tantruming. But that's because I default to that. But that, dude, that fucking sucks. I don't know if this is a bright side, but on the bright side, Pigfinite used Midjourney, which is a trained AI art generator, to generate 4 alternative options for your dwarves description in this fort. Yeah, that came out of nowhere. So I don't know if this helps. It's maybe just kind of terrifying, but that's kind of awesome though. The dwarf is fine prior to... Well, I mean, I checked, yes. Can confirm. Dwarf is in fact fine. But yeah, dude, I hope it's mild. Although it seems like everybody's just getting mild cases these days because everybody's vaccinated, so... Instead of, like, you know, people getting really sick, it's just like, it's just kind of fucking annoying, so... Get well soon, dude. Sometimes I will copy... I mean, I really want to get access to Mid-Journey so I can just make a video where I just go through all of my long death dwarves and make images of all of them. Make another clothes shop. Let's make a cloth stockpile for along here. Boink. Yeah, I mean, I went to a concert in downtown Vancouver on Tuesday, so it's all in Chinatown. So I hope I am clear. I'll put it that way. But not. But it's just kind of like this constant nerve-wracking thing. It's like every time I go out now, it's like, this is gonna be the time where I get it. But still, so far, still dodging it. But like, I'm in a situation now where like I don't even remember the last time I had a cold. Because like of isolation and lockdown followed by just general incredibly large amounts of sanitizing versus normal and all that stuff. It's like I couldn't tell you when I last had a cold, for better or for worse. Getting all that gold out of here. Hopefully that work trip isn't too important. But it's been a little bit though, so I do want to mention that the band that I saw on Tuesday was Holy Fuck. Which, by the way, they're on Western North America tour right now. So, like, if you're in Western North America and you want to see them, check their tour dates. They might be close to you. Like, I literally sent a friend of mine a DM being like, yo, you know they're going to be in LA. And he's like, shit, that's close to me. So, I don't know if anybody here likes that band. But I just want to comment that I think it's amazing that... Because I did bring weed with me to the show. I didn't end up using any. It was more of a if my friend wanted some. And we opted to go to an Irish bar and get whiskey instead of like smoking. So and the result was I just had an old fashioned. I'm sorry, what's fighting? Oh, never mind. That's old. For a second there I thought we were fighting with a giant cave spider. We're not. It's fine. They're punching a giant cave spider silk shirt. It's totally fine. Anyway, so I was a little bit like, well, anyway, I had like a thing about this big full of weed in it, right? And my vape. And we go to like check in for our tickets. We show the person ID and all that. We walk up to the, we scan our tickets, do all that stuff, and then walk up, and then there's the bouncer, right? And does the pat down like bouncers always do, and then he asks to see my bag. I show him in my bag. I love the fact that I live in a country where I can bring a container that big full of weed into a music venue with a vaporizer and a lighter, oddly. And even though I don't smoke, I had a lighter with me. I can bring all of that into a venue, no problem. But a juice box. A fucking criminal. Like, literally, like, it's the I'm a type 1 diabetic statement, and then just followed up by, sorry, you can't bring this in. It's like, I would like to speak to your boss. And then he's just like, looks at me like, really? And I'm like, I need to speak to your superior because this is a legal problem if you say no. And he goes, how so? I'm like, you legally have to provide me with a free sugar beverage if my blood sugar goes low. He's like, well, I can't let you in then. And I'm just like, let me speak to your boss. And he goes and he like looks over and like waves at this dude that's sitting on the stairs and he goes, why? Is he diabetic? And he goes, yeah. He goes, yeah, he's fine. Let him in. And he lets me in. And then this fucking bouncer for the entirety of the show for the rest of the night, every time he did a round, he flashed me in the eyes with his fucking flashlight. Like this. I've never felt so threatened by a bouncer in my entire life because I had a fucking juice box. Like, god damn it, man. Sometimes you feel like you're the only person in the world who hasn't had COVID yet. Well, think about me, too, because I haven't had COVID yet. You know, there's one thing that I seriously miss about the beginning of the pandemic. I very, very heavily miss this. Right when people started going outside again, at the beginning of the pandemic, all of the trains were immaculately clean. Like, incredibly clean. And they always smelled vaguely of bleach. They're back to being fucking disgusting again. Can we go back to, like, the trains being clean? That'd be so nice. Like, seriously. Like, everything can go back to normal, but can we just keep cleaning the trains? Please? Like, for the... I will pay an extra 40 cents on my bus pass. Don't care. Just fucking clean the trains. That's all I want. I just want clean trains. We please have clean public transit again. At least we have good public transit, so I can't complain. Meanwhile, you had a weird encounter with an openly armed person in a grocery store today? What kind of weird encounter? What? I really wish I could be doing more in this fort, but I don't have enough dwarves to really do anything super crazy, so... Still illegal though? Yeah, I mean, like, the metal venue that I go to pretty frequently, the rickshaw in downtown. Like, before weed was legal, it was a, do you have weed? Yep. Don't smoke it indoors so we don't get in trouble. Okay. That was how that conversation always went. Cops just waved. Yeah, I don't know. I was talking about this with a friend of mine, who thinks that we should just have, like, no car month once a year or something where everybody has to work. Like, we basically go back into lockdown minus, like, the movement restrictions, where it's just, like, if you live in a city, you're not allowed to drive a car for a month. Period. Because then it would bring back the positive side of lockdown minus the negative side of lockdown. Because there was some positives to it. Overwhelmingly negatives generally, like the mental state of everybody was awful, like functioning as a human being sucked, like it was terrible just surviving, but there are certain elements that I miss. You thought you were an employee and was looking for his favorite wine or something? Huh. Oh shit, they're playing music. The Lilac of Poets is a solo performance dance. Well. I want to see them playing future metal. They have a type of music in this faction called future metal. I want to see them play future metal. But that would be hard to pull off here in the US. Any dense urban center could do it. Like, would it be hard to pull off? Yes. But any dense city center could do it. You really dislike open carry? I've been pretty blunt about this on Twitter and shit. Let's see how this went. We're running all the way across the world to the other Dwarven faction to go say hello and ask for tribute, and they'll say no, and then hopefully they'll trade with me. Keep on running and running and running and running and running and running. My god, I didn't realize how far this was. That is pretty fucking far. It was rejected by the Roof of Arenas at Fight Tomb, but they're back. But he was rather unprofessional. He looked sketch. The only time I've ever seen a person open carrying in Canada is the SWAT team. Our cops don't even carry guns. They carry tasers. Like, unless they're so like just beat cops, like people that are giving people tickets carry tasers. They don't even carry guns. So a tribute agreement has been proposed and was proposed, and they said no. But yeah, I'm just not gonna travel to the States for a while. Nothing against my friends down in the States. It's nothing against you guys. I'm scared of your country right now. Like, kind of echoing what Lump said. I am scared of your country right now. Please understand. You're uncomfortable with the presence of any gun, even on a cop? Yep. No, I mean, Canada and Australia is... I think Australia has stricter gun laws than Canada, actually. Canada just has, like... Well, we've gotten progressively stricter over the past few years, but, like, actually, I would... As somebody who doesn't like guns, unnecessarily strict. Like, it's gotten a little bit ludicrous, but... like, it's gotten hard for hobbyists to have their, like, hunting rifles, which is weird. But, Canada has pretty reasonable gun laws aside from that. The only logical reason to walk around carrying a gun while doing normal day-to-day activities is if you live in Alaska or the Yukon or northern BC or any of the other tiny-ass fucking towns with 200 people in them in the middle of goddamn nowhere where you might get eaten by a bear on the way to work. Yay! The royal treasurer from Mid-O-Mong has arrived. Ooh. High royal treasurer. Stone, we got lore if you're still lurking. It's hard to say that name. Nagains? Her hair is extremely long. Her slightly flattened ears are extremely tall, and her slightly rounded taupe eyes are slightly wide set. Her eyebrows are extremely long, and her eyelashes are short. Her hair is white, and her skin is dark tan. Self-defense against giant creatures. Yeah, like moose, grizzly bear. But, like, even here you don't need it. It's like we have coyotes, coyotes, cougars, and coyotes. And if you're in a position where you need to shoot a cougar, you're already dead. So, like, let's be real for a second here. Like, if you see a cougar, it's not going to attack you. If a cougar is going to attack you, you're already dead. So, like, there's fucking stealth warriors. They'll just sneak up and backstab you and get a crit. Just roll a pure 20 and you're dead already. And it's like, well, that's how cougars work. That's genuinely sad, actually, as far as polar bears go. An interesting person. Carrying anything? Wearing a brace? All right, so... And also a human caravan has arrived. Sweet, we get to trade with humans. It's a weird route for them to take, what? They're not just leaving, are they? Come on! They look like they're just leaving. Unless they have to take the most roundabout route on Earth to actually make it to the... Yep, they just have to take the most roundabout route to actually get through the trees. That's funny. You guys just have scary big spiders, which people automatically associate with dangerous city. Right? Like, you guys have huntsman spiders, which are like the size of a dinner plate. Canada, you know... Actually, this is what it is. You guys just have quantity of scary small creatures. And kangaroos, which are kind of terrifying. Canada, you'll never see a wild animal. But if you run into a wild animal, it's going to try and kill you. Engens says, on behalf of the Merchants Guild, let me extend my greetings to your people. There is much to discuss. We've updated our civilizations and world info. What requests do you have of our merchants? I would like steel and or iron. Ooh, they have platinum. Doesn't look like they have iron. Well, they obviously don't have anvils. What kind of animals do you have? What kind of pets do you have? You have ducks, slugs, snails, rats, cockatiels, ravens, cavies, castrels, parakeets, dogs, cats, donkeys, horses, rams, pigs, chickens, hedgehogs, llamas, alpacas, peach-faced loveboids, they have elephants! Okay. We in business, boys. They have elephants. We have finalized the import agreement. Let's discuss what we are willing to offer you for your craftsmanship. We have finalized the export agreement. On behalf of the Merchants Guild, let me bid farewell to you and your stout dwarves. Weapons? I can help myself on that. Everything else, though? Man, no, polar bears are kind of sad. Not gonna lie. Kind of just sad. Yeah, the thing with whips, whips you need to mod the game to actually be able to use them. So I usually just kind of, oh shit, I don't want to sell gold ore, just gold coins. Whoops. Let me fix that. There we go. Huntsmen are cute. I mean, I don't mind huntsmen, but a streamer friend of mine, Excessive Profanity, who's an Aussie, he has been quoted multiple times stating that one of these days he said that he is going to he's going to get into his car, start driving, and lower down the sunscreen at the top of the car, and a huntsman spider is going to fall out and land on his lap. And he says that is the day that he simply releases his seatbelt, holds down on the accelerator, and drives into the nearest telephone pole, because he says he would rather die than touch one of those. And I'm not afraid of spiders in the slightest. I think that spiders are like, I don't like spiders when they touch me, right? Like if a spider touches me, it's gonna die most likely. But that's the same with most bugs. It's like if they're on me, it's either getting flicked and will probably die in the process, or it's getting smacked. And if the spider's big enough that I can't kill it with one whack, that's too big. And that's just my opinion on spiders. If it's big enough that I have to hit it twice, nah. You think it's happened to everyone? Well, he says it hasn't happened to him yet, so. You hate or have? I don't know if that's a typo or not. Okay, you do have Curie level arachnophobia. Yeah, like, I respect people who have arachnophobia. Like, I get it. Like, I always forget the name of it, but I have that phobia of small holes and things, like wasps' nests. Like, I can't look at a pomegranate that's been cut in half. I can't. I love eating pomegranates. I can't look at a pomegranate without wanting to have a panic attack. So it's like, I totally understand, like, illogical fears of things. Absolutely get that. But with spiders, when I was a child, yes, I absolutely was afraid of spiders when I was little, but that's something I've grown out of. Tetraphobia. Yeah, that's it. You know how bad my tetraphobia is? I can't look at the back of the modern iPhones with all of the cameras. Like, part of the reason I bought the phone that I have now, this one, is because the cameras are all in a neat little line. I can't do these square cluster of like 8 lenses. It makes me want to rip my hair out. Like, I get prickly when I see those things. I've heard stories about people who are afraid of bananas, and I'll be honest, don't get it, but fine. All right, so we've traded with the humans, and hopefully they bring us elephants next year. But yeah, I try to, turn on arachnophobia modes and everything when possible, because, like, the biggest spiders we have here are, I think they're called humpback cave spiders, technically, but they're about this big. but they're kind of funny because they can't really climb. They can't climb stuff particularly well. They're supposed to like hide under rocks, right, and kill things that walk past. They don't spin webs, and they're very delicate. You like poke them and their legs fall off. Like they're so flimsy, like they just fall apart. So they're not that scary because of that. But every now and again, I'll get them in my apartment in the summer. So yeah, no, I respect phobias. I think that we as a society should try to not kill spiders, even if we're terrified of them, because spiders are important. It's bad when you hit the spider and it says "More Daddy." Yes, exactly. No, it's fucking run away, spider. Funny sentence. I do enjoy arachnophobia modes in video games, though, because it's really funny seeing how they do it. Although, I have shown both of the pictures of giant cave spiders from Dwarf Fortress and the spider people to Kiri, and she says that they are not scary. So, she says as long as the legs don't move, it's fine. So, jumping spiders are adorable, though. They're so cute. I want to pet them. Jumping spiders have little faces. They go like that person on Reddit that has all of the baby jumping spiders. They're like, they speak, and he puts them on his thumb, and they jump from his thumb to the other thumb. They're so cute. You just wish they weren't spawns of Satan? Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I absolutely get it. Yeah, I've heard that. I have no interest in keeping spiders as pets, though. No interest in that. I know plenty of I know a couple of streamers actually who have like tarantulas and jumping spiders and various other types of spoders as pets. Is that dog injured? They can sort of get healed, but if you're referring to the flashing X's, someone's accusing me of extending video length for the algorithm, which I think is kind of funny. Sorry, I was responding to a comment. If they've got a flashing X on them, which is probably what you're seeing, it means they got caught in the repellent ooze, which is from the lake. And no, it's not curable. Like this cat, not injured. They just have a fever from the repellent ooze, and no, it's not curable. It just comes from the stupid lake, in air quotes. Random person adds me on Discord. No servers in common anywhere. Do not add as friend. But yeah, no, I've got random injuries. And like this dog. Probably the one that you're talking about. Is it injured? Oh no, that's Hobo. Her right leg is mangled beyond recognition. Yeah, no, that's never gonna heal. I mean, it'll heal. It'll go gray eventually, but it's more like the dog is not injured like it's healed, but the dog is... It's like once you're missing an arm, you're missing an arm, you know? Once you're missing an arm, you're missing an arm. Yeah, I just got a complaint on my most recent news video that, how dare I say, well, if you skip the reading, welcome. And they're just like, that's a waste of time, unless you're just trying to extend the video length for the algorithm. It's like, well, not really, but... Even if I took that bit out, it would still be long enough to fit the algorithm. It's just kind of funny more than anything. There's a few comments that I get sometimes that I genuinely just think are funny. The Forgotten Beast. Besbin has come. A gigantic sauropod with lidless eyes. It has a pair of squat antennae. Okay, now these I want to feed into the algorithm like creature generator. It has a pair of squat antennae and a bloated body. Its purple taupe scales are oval shaped and close set. Beware its deadly spittle. Ooh. Well, I'm going to ignore it, I think. Well, maybe we could fight it. I don't know. It's just deadly. Oh, okay, it's in the lower layer. What do you mean you're not religious? It was just an exaggeration. I don't have any context. What do you mean? I have no idea what you're referring to. Whatever that's worth. H2O. I love it when like the name of the god is longer than than the screen will allow. It's funny to me. But yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, H2O. Oh, they're there for Satan. Well, I mean, Satan's a good thing. So. Hail Satan, do crimes. I think that's what we're supposed to say, right? You're mispronouncing Satin again? I'm pretty sure I'm correctly pronouncing Satin. Isn't that kind of the same thing, City? Or less? I mean, it is Pride Month, so yes, be gay and do crimes. Although, for me personally, Pride Month starts on June 4th, because up until then, it's my damn birthday month. And this straight cis white dude wants his birthday month until June 4th. Then everybody else can have it. Everybody needs new clothing real bad. I think I should just make more. I think I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna make more clothing shops. Make more clothers. We're gonna speed that process up a little bit. The Satanic Temple, you mean? I think. Does anybody here watch Channel 5? Because they did an interview with a bunch of people who attend the annual Satan convention, which is a Satanic Temple thing, as well as a bunch of like religious nuts outside like screaming at them. Very entertaining. Also very interesting. There's a lot of like, do you actually like hail Satan? And they're just like, no, I just think he's an interesting symbol for rebellion. which is pretty true. And I think that's where most people who state Hail Satan fall, is it's more of a ironic format of protest against traditional religion, and less of a, yo, let's burn the planet kind of deal. The vast majority of people who say Hail Satan don't actually worship Satan. At least I've never met one. Okay, let's get clothes sped up. You're telling a story? What story? What story? What story? Let's find out. The dwarf Kavish, Dragon Man, became the hammer of the murky air. Well, that's not what I was hoping to hear, but... God, I've been live for 8 hours and 20 minutes. When the heck did that happen? Jeez. That one kind of snuck up on me. Like, kind of really snuck up on me. Meditate on pregnancy. We should get on that, Dwarf. Meditate on chaos. Already there. Sail Hayton. Used to think everyone loved boats. Is that a dyslexia joke or something? That's kind of what it reads like. That's kind of what it looks like. So we're weaving thread into silk, and we're making gold coins. We're making all sorts of cloth clothing, and hopefully these dwarves can get their clothing and be happier-ish. Because, yes, I'll admit, I've been neglecting their clothes, and they don't seem thrilled about this. They certainly do not seem thrilled about this. Nope. Rotten Beast is bullying a bunch of Crundles. That's per usual. See what you think of your new gloves. Feels content after putting on a finely crafted item. Seems like in general the dwarves' moods are shifting. We were kind of dealing with some pretty unhappy dwarves not too long ago, but their opinions of living here has certainly improved over the last little bit. I think we're going to dig out another room though. We're going to dig out a library. And because I have to go with the ridiculously oversized things for everything, we're going to make us a library. Because don't we all need a library? I think we're going to do several different rooms kind of sticking out the sides. Okay, so you go right there. And you go right there. Let's cut the corners off of these and round out the middle, and that'll be our library. Maybe a library and temples too. Yeah, we could do library at the top and temples in the middle. Let's do that. Could also do like some neat pillars in the middle. Can make that work. Although currently all my dwarves are just making cloth trousers. So. But, you know, the pants and stuff are getting done, so that's good. But yeah, I think plan for the night is we'll stream until we hit about 10 and a half hours for Dwarfs. Just to make up for lost time yesterday. And then in the evening, we'll play Unexplored 2. Also, just kind of throwing this out there. The last week of this month, the 20th to the 26th, I will be in Montreal. So there won't be any streams throughout that week, although I will try and have stuff ready for the YouTube channel that week. If you live in the general area around Montreal and want to hang out, just, like, let me know beforehand. And I can probably set something up. And also worth noting for the next, well, until the 14th of June, so throughout June, all of my tiers on Patreon are 16% off if you want to support the channel for a whole year instead of the regular 6% off. I bump it up to the maximum for 30 days during that period of time. Pablo. Gotta hit the sack. Just don't hit it too hard. It's super late. Gotcha. We'll see you tomorrow, maybe, and if we don't, we'll see you Tuesday. Take care of yourselves. Take care of yourself, H2O. Have a good night. If people want to be polite, you could add H2O and say good night. God, I hope we get elephants. That would be... Meditate on war! Well, we're not going to have that, dude. The fact that we were able to request elephants, though, has me very excited. Very excited. Also going to do the thing that I did previously with this, because I do actually have a reason behind why I'm making these little hallways around the edges. Kind of have a plan. I don't know if I'll actually be able to pull it off, but there's like a very slight possibility I might try and put lava in these. But I need quite a lot of materials to be able to actually do it. I've done it before, but it's... I don't have iron on this map, so the fact that I don't have iron means it's kind of unlikely, but if I'm able to acquire the materials needed, it's possible. I know I did that. There's a slight chance I will try and do that. Surround all this with lava, but until then it'll just be weird patterns. It's a bit blocky for me, but I think it looks okay. Chad, do you guys think that that looks like a library? Or like a neat library slash temple set, which is what that's going to be. Library slash temples. I think it kind of fits. Investments are open if you want to invest your tickets and lose them. Poor Gorlax getting wrecked by a Forgotten Beast. You usually pretend that bookshelves act as walls. I usually end up doing that too. I'm probably going to put the bookshelves up in the far end. I wish they did act as walls, to be honest. Because then if you install the dinosaur mod, you could have proper, like, Jurassic Park moments. What's Calcium Crypt? Some NFT thingy? No. Also, that would actually get me banned from Twitch. No Twitch streamers are allowed to have any NFT integration on anything as of like 2 weeks ago. We're not allowed to have NFT integration in chats. We're not allowed to promote NFTs, and plugins are not allowed to link to or allow you to purchase NFTs. No, it's an hours tracker. That's all it is. You get 2 tickets for watching the stream for 30 minutes, and it lets me keep track of who watches my stream and for how long and when they last tuned in. So it gives me some like analytical stats that I can stare at when I'm not streaming. And I've had the name Crypt since on my bot and as my ticket stuff since like 2017. So not even remotely related. If you type in ! tickets, you'll see how many hours and how many tickets you have. And then you can invest them to gamble them away or maybe get more, and that exists for bragging rights. That's literally all it is. There is nothing crypto related to it. If you want, you can tip me your Dogecoin, because I do accept crypto and tips, but that's about it. There's nothing, but that's literally just because I had like 1 or 2 people pester me to accept crypto as tips. I was like, well, I have a crypto wallet with some hobby money that I play with, so might as well make one. So I made one. That's all it is. But no, I am firmly against NFTs, so I would not do that. Yeah, it's the other kind of crypt, like a dungeon crypt, full of coffins and such. This room looks real nice. I'm kind of half expecting to like hit a cavern layer I haven't seen yet, and it's gonna piss me off, but hopefully we don't have that issue. For some reason I feel like I've got like dust in my room or something. Keep sneezing. God damn it. Hey, I actually won. But yeah, no, my bot's been called Calcium Crypt for like some 4 or 5 years now. But yeah, no, if you ever see any streamer doing any NFT related thing, you can report them and potentially get them banned from the site temporarily for it. For the same reason we're not allowed to launder money with our Twitch accounts. That being said, I did see an account that has a bunch of parody bored apes as their emotes, and I think those are pretty fucking funny. Like, admittedly. Although I had somebody ask me if my icon that I have on Twitter is an NFT. This icon? It's like, I've had this profile picture since Cooler drew it, and it's been a while that I've had this. And I had one person ask if this one was an NFT. It's like, no, you can right click and save it. It's just like my channel's mascot, my dudes. Also, if anybody's in Seattle and wants to go see Holy Fuck, their show's at, well, they're on stage at 10:15 p.m. They're in Seattle. Oh, hey, another one. The Forgotten Beast, Daddy has come. A great tapir composed of vomit. It has 3 long curly tails, and it undulates rhythmically. Beware its deadly spittle. It's called Daddy, chat. Oh, Jesus Christ. Daddy is a beast. Yep. And there's a really afraid bat right there. I mean, I would be too. Yeah, it's a giant bat that's overcome by terror. Where's Daddy at? Okay. Should you translate that? I don't know. Oh man, it almost died. It got into a fight with that giant bat and almost died. The injured part the Forgotten Beast misses and attacks the giant bat, but he jumps away. The Forgotten Beast kicks the giant bat in the lower leg with his rear foot, and the injured part explodes. An artery has been opened by the attack. The force pulls the neck, tearing apart the muscle. But, like, look at how much damage it took. Well, of course, Daddy's an uninvited guest. Anyway, this bat's just bleeding. Uh-oh, it comes back. Daddy back at him. The giant bat bites the Forgotten Beast in the upper body, fracturing it. Is this giant bat gonna kill Daddy? Because Christ. Aw, giant bat lost. F's for giant bat. A caravan from the Bestmer has arrived. Who is the Bestmer? Oh shit! We have just received a visit from Cussy, the outpost liaison, from the Crimson Pulley. We sent a request to Theater Vaults, the haunted fort, for trade, and they have arrived to trade with us. So I'm trading with one of my previous forts. Hell yeah. Daddy means dog. Daddy means shit. Indoor fort. In whose language? Whose language is that? A giant beast composed of vomit named Daddy, which translates to poop. Fucking... this game. Thanks, Tard. Wow. Just fucking wow. Composed of Monday at 4 a.m. after hours. Yeah, it's Daddy after he's had too many beverages. Also, a caravan from Tourist Vanum has arrived. I should bring my coins to trade. My God. So 2 separate trade caravans have arrived to trade with us. Oh, that's too funny. If somebody clips that, I will clip that and make it into a... what's it called? A short for YouTube. Daddy the Vomit Beast. Of course, spelled D-A-D-I. Don't forget that bit. Very important. Sell these beds and doors. God. I don't think that there's ever been a doubt that this is the greatest game ever made, so I wouldn't worry about that. Daddy back? Daddy back! Daddy just killed an elk bird. What is that? Some weird acid going everywhere. Oh, it's some sort of extract. All right, Daddy fighting with another elk bird. Daddy killed another elk. Oh, man. We're just getting caravans from everywhere at the same time right now. So the light seals. The Crimson Pulley. Whole bunch all at once. God damn, that's too fucking fun. I wish I was making that up, but I'm not. It'll be difficult because he's made of vomit. I mean, Daddy left to go get some more milk, and he never did come back, so frankly, I don't really care what happens. And, there's another one. Obaka. So all of the dwarves show up on the same day in early autumn every year to trade with us. Well, it's certainly better than us having no contact with the outside world with this faction, so. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. So currently there's only 99 traders here right now. But at the very least, we got stuff to do now. We gotta prep everything for fall for trading season. Well, yeah, Daddy's still alive. Oop, there he goes again. For a second there, I thought they were getting attacked, but no, there's just probably apples on them. Daddy's still off screen. God, that's just so fucking funny. That's such a perfect name. Although I will say, I do believe that Tarn is going to nerf some of the greatest moments out of the game with the premium version, because they've changed the name from ass to donkey. Because donkeys aren't asses, they're donkeys, so it'll be a were donkey and a forgotten donkey instead of a were ass and a forgotten ass. Which, being honest, kind of sad, but I get it. A little silly and immature. But still, kind of sad. All right, well. It's okay. Some beasts are indeed best left forgotten. All right, have they brought any books? Well, they brought some books. So I'm looking. Ah, anvils. Perfect. I can't remember the last time I had them do this. They're asking for an additional bunch of coins. I will consider the counteroffer and trade. On to the next one. Brought rams, donkeys, horses, cat. Also looking at art, like instruments. I should buy some armor and clothing. I also brought more anvils. They brought a bunch of cheese and a bunch of books. I think I will buy the books. I'd love to own a copy of The Dwarf Understood. I heard it's a very, very interesting read. Damn, they keep on doing that, you fucking sneaky bastards. But Ibel's here to make a deal, so I think that we will trade for this. Do they only do that with coins? Maybe they only do that with coins. I'm buying books. Combustion exposed. You gotta expose that combustion. I don't know if I'll have enough value here. Ah. Combustion exposed is too valuable. There we go. No more biblical donkey nomenclature. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things that's like, I get it, right? I fully understand why donkeys are called donkeys in Dwarf Fort. Nobody knows that they're called asses, okay? Like, let's be honest here. Nobody knows a donkey is an ass. So I get it. But it still makes me just a little bit sad. Just a little bit sad. All right, so I can actually populate my magma forge now. Except I'm going to set this to priority number 1. Let's see, is Daddy still alive? I don't see any signs of Daddy, chat. I think Daddy may no longer be with us. Really hoping that named dwarves from my forts would show up to trade, but not that I've seen. I don't actually know if that can happen. It's just not very often I get to trade with my own forts. I don't know why this tweet's so funny to me. Just gonna close that Twitter tab now. I shouldn't be looking at Twitter. That's bad, but it's a very... I don't know why, but I find that tweet really funny. Especially because it's a fucking little ass X tweet. Do you think it would be possible to pad the population of a civ by starting multiple forts and immediately abandoning them? Absolutely, and it works. You absolutely can do that. Although I wouldn't recommend just abandoning them. I'd recommend running them for a year until they have like 20, 30 dwarves. But yes, you absolutely can do that. Just like you can pad the population of a civ by retiring a fort, spinning up like a party of 30 adventurers and walking them to the fort. Rinse, repeat 4 times. Yeah, those are both perfectly viable ways of doing things. Which, honestly, I might need to do in this fort. I might need to do that in this fort. Did they... Oops, I'm going the wrong way. Did they already... Yes, they did. Workshops. The Magma Forge. That's furnaces, actually. Magma Smelter. Oh, that's a kiln. L, not K. Dumb fingers. All right. Going to make a ore stockpile with 3 wheelbarrows, and we're going to jump up here. We're going gonna get rid of these. And I'm gonna get rid of this, this, and this. And I'm gonna get rid of the order to make charcoal. I don't need wood burners no more. I don't. You go store that in the stockpile, and I think you're gonna run down into the basement and nope. Everybody's storing things in stockpiles. I was kind of hoping they'd, although should be not doing what I want them to do. Yep, they are doing not what I want them to do, but that's okay. We'll live. Cave crocodiles fighting with a forgotten beast. Oh, is Daddy still alive? Hey, blob monster still going. Let's go puke daddy. I really wish I was making, like, fun of this, but I'm not. This is literally just the name of this forgotten beast. It's too goddamn funny. It's too goddamn funny. Chat, do you have, like, a most memorable forgotten beast? I think probably the most memorable one I ever had was a huge skinless ass that sprayed webs everywhere. There was something about it. It was just too fucking funny to not laugh at it. I thought I was going to die. I was laughing so hard. Like I fell off my chair and started crying. Although the funniest location I've ever had was Dung's Depths, the Naughty Hole, which had a market in it called Doober. Shoutouts to the kobolds for being stupid. Speaking of Doobers, Squug, they added more achievements to Cookie Clicker. By the way. Yeah, right? Although I restarted Cookie Clicker today and instantly got like 20 achievements, so you know. They're probably already not very rare, but they were at least earlier today. Oh, they still are. I got 2 that are still like up there. 0.8. I'll take them while they last. But how's things, Squug? Hope work's been good. Hope life's been decent. Although it is, like I said earlier, it is nice though. It is speeding up my cookie production, which is quite pleasant. Because frankly, my cookie production had gotten rather slow as of late. Make 10 wheelbarrows out of wood. But, you know, frankly, I'm just happy to have more cookies to click, so I don't mind. Although that will also just be kind of the status quo for Cookie Clicker forever. Oh, hey, we have another Forgotten Beast. I think the value of my fort just went up because all of a sudden all of these Forgotten Beasts are showing up. The Forgotten Beast, Effie, has come, who's, I think, a character from Skins. Shoutouts to Skins has come. A gigantic quadruped composed of mud. It has a short tail and it appears to be emaciated. Beware its poisonous sting. All right. Well, it ran off. Is Daddy still around? Daddy. Oh, no, Bezbin is. Where's Daddy at? Did we lose Daddy? Oh no. Chad, I think Daddy died. Ever played Evolve Isle? So I've played Cookie Clicker, but that's because I've played Cookie Clicker for decades. I don't really have any interest in other idle games. I don't have interest in having more than one. I only need one, and Cookie Clicker fills that need. And if I want to play another clicker, I want one that has an ending. So if I'm going to play a different clicker, I usually just replay either Universal Paperclips or I could, yes, but that would also require effort. I'd rather like sift through what do you, or not effort. That would then stop me from looking at this screen, which reminds me of the other ones. One idle game's enough, and if I play other idle games, I want short ones that end. Like, I really like Space Plan as an example, because I think that the writing is lovely, and if I play Space Plan, it's because I want to read a lovely story again about potatoes going to space. In fact, you heard the soundtrack for Space Plan when you popped in, because I was on break and there was a record spinning. That's the soundtrack to Space Plan. Which is actually my favorite clicker. I just like Cookie Clicker because I've been playing it for ages and I got back into it when it was released on Steam. So I don't really have any interest in playing other ones. Okay, making these wooden wheelbarrows is going to speed this up quite significantly, I hope. God, I can't get used to you having that badge now, Hobo. It's weird. It's weird! There we go. We are now smelting gold ore again. You're going to get that wheelbarrow done. Wheelbarrows. And this dwarf, you were going to go start moving stuff, but then you stopped. Okay, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to give one of my male dwarves architecture. Hobo, you get to be an architect. Is that your dog? Must be. Nope. You're not even the animal tamer. Why are all the dogs hanging out in your room? Hobo's got like 8 dogs in his room. I don't know why. You go now. You have a good night. Or afternoon, I guess. Or day. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow. Maybe we won't. Regardless, thanks for swinging by. Cheers. Go play Space Plan. It's very good. Flying Daddy's Forgotten Beast Extract. That is a sentence I just read. Forgotten Beast pushes the Gorlak in the tongue, bruising the left cheek's skin. The Flying Daddy's Forgotten Beast Extract strikes the Gorlak in the left lower arm. Well, at least it didn't strike him in the tongue. Cheers, City. I'm so sorry. Pele. Hiccups are awful. You enjoyed my shout out to Oddrealm? I hope it gets some downloads for it. You know, Oddrealm gets like like someone was criticizing Odd Realm in the comments about how Odd Realm doesn't have enough content. It's like, it's the price of an expensive coffee at Starbucks. Like, yeah, it's a game that you play for 20 hours and you've done most of what's there. But it's like like possibly the best like entry level game to the concept of Z levels on the market right now that isn't Dwarf Fortress. Like, it is literally the best game to learn how to play a game with Z levels and learn how to build in a game with Z levels. Which is why I recommend it as like an entry point that isn't RimWorld, because RimWorld doesn't teach you to play with Z levels. It's literally the price of a coffee. It's like ridiculous. But yeah, I hope that work today's been good, Taylor. Yeah, and I have a feeling it's going to speed up too. It's like it lives in the shadow of a giant, which is kind of unfortunate. But the content for it is speeding up, which I think is what matters most. It's just, it always perplexes me when I see people criticize it, when they're just like, I spent 2 days playing this game and I ran out of stuff to do. And it's like, well, okay, but like if you spent 2 days playing it and you played it for like, I don't know, 4 hours a day, you've already gotten your money's worth out of the game easily. So why are you complaining? Like, that's pretty good value on average. You're home in quarantine. Oh, I see. That's like half of chat right now. Jeez. That's good to hear. I hope that that your wife's alright. Getting more smelting done. Hauling. There we go. All the forges are good to go. All right, let's do some construction down here. I'm gonna do bunch of magma forges. So start making coins again. But yeah, no, I'm trying to sneak like shout outs and little, hey, go check this thing out things. At stuff. Duke Nukem construction? When did I say Duke Nukem construction? What? I'm making magma forges? What? So that we can make more coins? When did I say Duke Nukem? Although I think we're pretty much about to get the closest thing we're going to get to a Duke Nukem game since Duke Nukem pretty soon. For better or for worst. Because the guys over at Hyperstrange are releasing that, did I say Dukem construction? I'm pretty sure I didn't. But I'll believe you. There is a point, and it's about 9 hours into the stream, where I just start saying things and not realizing that I'm saying things, because I am 9 hours and 5 minutes into the stream. And I only have 6 hours left until my birthday, so. The important question is, can we make it? What do you think, chat? 6 more hours? It's my birthday in 6 hours? Ay, ay, ay. I think we can finish up these rooms and do a little bit more time in dwarves and then move on to other things. This is looking pretty badass, though. Smelting more gold ore, smelting more gold ore. Need to up the priority on that so that they actually do it instead of working exclusively on that library. Get down there, Sithatos. Go do what you gotta do, man. Workshop, the Magma Forge. Steel anvils. I think I may have dug too many holes for these. Yep, I absolutely did. All right, well, we'll make the last 2 smelters. Troglodyte is fighting with a Jabberer. Yep. All right, so we're going to make smelters over here instead. What are you blocked by? Oh, duh. Make magma smelters, not smelters. I'm smart. And you're gonna go construct more. Get down there, dwarf. Uh-oh, we gotta brew more booze. All right, how much gold are we at? That's the question. Bars. 74 bars. So, yeah, we're good. Bezbin's there alive? Well, so I don't currently have eyes on the Vomit Monster's daddy, so that's concerning. I hope that the Vomit Monster survived. A damn shame if they died like that. Also, chat room, it's getting to that time of day, so we're a little bit lurky, so what I'm going to say is, can I get a round of beers? I just want to say thank you very much to everybody who's hanging out, lurking or otherwise. It's good to have people around. Damn, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I hope that we can come close to our previous amounts raised for charity, because we've done very well in the past, and I would like to, at the very least, get close to what we've done previously, because previously Every other year we've raised money for charity. We've raised about $2,000 to whatever charity we're raising money for. So I would like to, at the very least, get close to where we were to where we've been previously. BRB, after you put all that away, do what you gotta do, man. Go get all that pasta. Meal prep's good. Unless you're just gonna go eat it all. I'm not sure what you mean by put it away. Pack it away as in like eat it, or put it away as in like save for later. Whatever works. Winter is upon you. Well, now that we actually have stuff to trade with, there's things happening in this fort, so that's good. And hopefully we can get some elephants, because that'll just be fun. Raising elephants is an entertaining time. Also, this comment very much entertains me. This is from in response to the most recent Future of the Fortress video. How does having multiple types of stone make the game more fun, even though they're useless and not functional technically? And then this comment is, you can pry my orthoclase and gabbro from my cold dead hands if you want to take it. It's like, they're different colors. That's why they're useful. Sheesh. Get some sense of style. Gosh. What was the last thing we saw? Yeah, beating up a Gorlak was the last thing we saw him do. Literally pushes the Gorlak in the head, bruising the muscle and jamming the skull through the brain. It's gotta be, that's such a brutal way to die, is just having your skull crammed through your brain. Death by skull cramming. Ouch. Ouch indeed. Stray dog has given birth to puppies. Poor puppies having to live in this horrible place. Might as well put them out of their misery quickly, but we'll wait for them to at least become full grown. You're feeling the Z's, Stone? Well, you have a good night. Everybody say goodnight to Stone, a.k.a. Seashore's Wall. I said your name twice today. You got a bonus. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. If we don't, till Tuesday, take care of yourself. Sleep well. And before you vanish, I'd like to say that your dwarf is currently euphoric due to inebriation, but lonely after being away from family. You were irritated after your clothes rotted off your body, but we've gotten you better clothing since, so. I like to think that I've recovered that issue, at least thus far. Pretty sure metal crafting is making coins, so go make us some coins. Also, speaking of games where numbers go up a bunch. Hey, there we go. Melville's minting us some wood coins. Wood coins? You're a wood burner. Gold coins. Is minting us some gold coins. Actually, we need to look at what our coins look like. Didn't even think about that. And also make some silver coins, too. This is the currency of Shem Solon from the year 207. On the front of the coin is a masterfully designed image of Rag Trumpet Drill, the dwarf and dwarves. Rag Trumpet Drill is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates the ascension of Rag Trumpet Drill to the position of Queen of the Plank of Nations on the year 200. The coin on the coin's back is an image of a well-designed oval of a cabochon, of a well-designed image of an oval cabochon. So Rag Trumpet Drill. You know what? Gold statue. Rag trumpet drill. Let's make a statue of our queen. See what they look like. Or alternatively, let's see what they happen to make. Just be curious to know. I'd be curious to know. Whoa! Kodiak, thanks for the 8th month. Welcome back. I'm a little bit worried about the size of your tile set. I don't know if you've tested it. I downloaded it, but I was looking at it and it's kind of small. So, I mean, it might just be low res, but that's fine. Chat, can I get a round of beers for Kodiak keeping that sub alive for an 8th month? Welcome back, dude. Also, hey, Snail. My brain always reads your name as Sail instead of Snail. Also, out of dumb curiosity, has anybody here tried that new Diablo? Is it any good, or is it actually just an out-of-season April Fool's Day joke? Kind of curious. That's why I ask. Yeah, I think that our Vomit Daddy died. That's the sentence. I think that the Vomit Forgotten Beast died. Rest in peace. I haven't seen them in a bit. Because they were running around a bunch, but they took a lot of damage every single time they got into a fight, so. It was unfortunately, I think, kind of inevitable that they wouldn't make it. Hey, here comes another one. Go, Thanom. Why is there only 18 dwarves? Because I haven't got any more migrant waves. My population cap is set to 80, but I only got the one migrant wave. So I'm assuming it's just because this civ is so small. Because this civ is only 2 forts, not counting this one. So, I'm just trying to trade with as much as possible and inflate our wealth as much as possible. And then we'll make some other forts. But I do have some fun plans for this fort. It's suboptimal, but it is what it is. It's because this faction's like a weird cult that has no members. make that gold statue. Bazooka. I just want to see what this dwarf looks like. Or something about this dwarf. Anything about this dwarf. But yeah, I honestly think it's just because this civ's kind of dead. But we're going to do our best to resurrect it. If we can't, then it is what it is. But I will do my damnedest. I mean, have you ever, like, embarked on a fortress where the fortress is just, like, kind of mysterious, or not the fortress, but the faction is just kind of mysteriously quiet? Because that's what seems to be going on here. As for practical purposes, there probably just wasn't enough people for them to trade with during World Gen. So that's my actual theory as to why. But in my mind, it's because the queen is a Gelder, and all of the gods are represented by torture and misery, so they just probably aren't a great place to live, so people just fuck off and leave instead of staying there. Investments are open. Heads up, chat. But, you know, that's what headcanons are for, right? Like, the mechanical reason as to why it's dead, probably kind of boring. But the headcanon reason, much more entertaining. I'm going to go fill my mug up with water because I'm out of coffee, and I do need something to sip on. I'll be back in a sec. I hath returneth with Waterth. Waterth? What's fighting? With bats. Nice, Taylor. '29th month. Assuming I read that right. Welcome back, Darren. It's good to see you. Thank you very much for the big number of 25th month, not 24th. Took my glasses off right as it popped up. But thank you very much for the 25th month. That's a big invest. Good luck. I put the gold statue there so that they have to see it every time they walk into the... Every single time they walk into the magma forge. Man, I find this lack of booze disturbing. Let's make a fucking 100 wood barrels. We get it done eventually. Come on, chat. We can get more beers than that. Literally just Tele. You guys know what to do. Ah, rip. Darren. 'Tis all good, though. I hope you have a good trip. Wherever you're going, whatever you may be doing. It is a Friday after all, which is not exactly what I would describe as optimal. For the plane to, well, I mean, fly safe, for sure. I think traveling is more important, so I wouldn't worry about, don't worry about me too much. I know this might come as a shock, but I'll still be here after I'm like, you know, a year older. Not even like I'll be a year older. I'll just be on paper a year older. Nothing really is going to change. All right, let's see what this gold statue looks like. Of Reg Trumpet Drill. On the item is an image of Reg Trumpet Drill and Dwarves by Tekad Trizuka. Reg Trumpet Drill is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates the appointment of the dwarf Reg Trumpet Drill to the position of Outpost Liaison of the Plank of Nations in the mid-autumn of 191. Oh, that's kind of interesting. My dwarf, Wilmer, actually replaced this dwarf from that false start fort that bugged out. So Wilmer replaced the queen of this the future queen of this faction. So when Wilmer moved to the mountain home after I abandoned that fort, the queen became the queen and ceased to be the outpost liaison. That's kind of neat, actually. Leads me to believe / hope that when I abandon this fort, some of these dwarves will become royalty. Also, yeah, rip like 7,400 tickets, right? F's to that. So, chat, you know how I said that there was a wasp in my apartment earlier today? Well, regardless, if you missed it, there was a wasp in my apartment earlier today, hovering around above my monitor here, and then I opened up the door and let it out. There's a kid screaming outside. Screaming B. I mean, the house always wins. Taylor. So my theory... Somebody just got stung by that wasp. Unless that kid's actually freaking out at a bee, in which case that kid's uneducated. People need to teach their children the difference between bees, wasps, and hornets, and bumblebees, and most kids have no idea. Kind of a shame, to be honest. Kind of a shame. So chat room, plan for today is we're gonna play some Unexplored. We are working on this steadily, but I think maybe it's time we switch over just because chat's a little quiet. When chat gets a little quiet, it means it's time to swap games. Probably also means a lot of people just went to bed, which is totally okay. So I think we're gonna call it on Dwarves for the day. We made some good progress on this small fort. Progress is slow because of how small it is, right? But we cleared some areas out of boulders. And we got this area up here started, which is going to be, our tavern and all of our temples and our library in the future. So you reinvented the trolley problem, open the window to release Murder Bee or risk of getting murdered. I mean,
Tea, Earl Grey, hot.
Then get tea, pilot. What's stopping you? But yeah, I think that's it for Dwarves for the day. We had some very memorable moments. We discovered Zaddy, the vomit beast. Or daddy, I guess, D-A-D-I, which means dung, by the way. And went down to the bottom cavern layers. We made a magma forge. It was productive. We did quite a bit today. So we'll pick this fort back up next week, of course, because tomorrow we're going to be doing a one-off special fort, which I'm going to hopefully end by digging too deeply and too greedily and like setting demons on everybody. So that's the plan for tomorrow. But I think that's it for this here weird cult fort for the day. No new migrants, but we're at the very least trading with like 6 factions now, so that is good. Works up, pilot? Gotcha. Are you home from work now or still working? Yeah, we're gonna go try something brand new in a franchise that I haven't actually played anything of. So, still working? Gotcha. Well, at least you get meat today and tomorrow. Although tomorrow I'm going to be pestering everybody to throw money at a charity, so. You don't have tea at work? You don't have tea at work? What kind of job do you have? Obviously not a British one. You definitely don't work on the Enterprise. At least we have that confirmed now. Progress has been made, I suppose. All right, so we are moving over to Unexplored 2. I have not played a single second of this game, so all of this is going to be entirely new to me. I did receive key for this a few days ago, so yada yada review key, blah blah blah. As always, I'm not here to sell you games. I just want to play this video game. Of course, it immediately freezes on that screen.